Russell Westbrook, UCLA Bruins.
Thabo Sefolosha, Vevey, Switzerland.
Kevin Durant, Texas Longhorns.
Jeff Green from Georgetown University.
Nenad Krstic, Serbia.
5-1 for the Dallas Mavericks. Tyson Chandler, the new man in the middle. Deshaun Stevenson, very defensive-minded, and then there's Jason Kidd, the veteran. Carlisle have to manage his minutes tonight.
Well, I don't think so, because he doesn't get a whole lot of wear and tear of the double team. If you put pressure on him, he'll make a bad pass, perhaps even throw it out of bounds.
Look at the Thunder's 10-4 record as Westbrook sets up Green and one. 10-4.
Turns back around to find you. You got to get on the move.
Was in here on Monday. Stevenson, the dribble handoff, gives it right up to the man that was traded with him to Dallas. Butler, who misses again. Nowitzki is shut down by Green.
There's the value of Tyson Chandler, getting on the offensive glass, getting his team another shot opportunity at the basket.
15 field goals all season. Actually now 16, 15 from beyond the three-point arc. Inside, KD flashing in the lane to score. And that's a positive sign for the home team.
Well, Stevenson known primarily as a good, tough defender, but he's going to have his work cut out for him guarding Kevin Durant. Jason Kidd knocks down the three. And
Nowitzki's rebound. He had a double-double the other night. In addition to 42 points, a dozen rebounds. Butler steps into the shot along the baseline and scores it.
Versatile players that works very well in this Maverick offense.
Krstic up and firing a little bit offline. Butler with the rebound. Dallas, one of the best teams in the NBA defensively. Butler takes advantage of a miscommunication amongst strictly. Dallas has scored 7 unanswered points.
Well, there's the quickness from Jason Kidd, and the mind is still sharp at 37 years of age. Thunder averaging over 100 points, so something's going to have to get.
Time to register. The prize includes dinner, Thunder tickets, and a hotel. Kidd brings it across the timeline. Gets it back from Stevenson. Then
good defense.
Krstic hedges him outside. Sefolosha's going to have to help on Chandler. Chandler, though, right there in position for the putback of his own miss. Screen from Green gives KD a good look, but he's short. Thunder shooting 2 out of 7 to start the ball game, but a steal by Westbrook. Transition will get you jump-started a little bit.
Mavs do a good job of getting back after the turnover.
Westbrook dishing, 3 ball for Sefolosha. Count it.
Time to set his feet off the dribble. He likes to be pressured. He'll turn the basketball over.
Green gets a nice rub from Krstic, comes up short. Rebound tipped by Chandler, back to Nenad. Green crashing down the lane and lays it home.
Nice job by Nenad. I haven't seen Russell pushing that ball in transition, even if it's not to score, just to push the basketball and make the Mavs run.
Good help by Krstic, but Rodney Mott thinks otherwise.
Well, here's the difference. You see, the last play, Kevin Durant at 6'10", 6'9", guarding. Dirk Nowitzki had to settle for the turn. There's the 2 differences in defenders.
Which is so mobile, your instinct is to play off him, but then just like Kevin Durant, this 9-time All-Star Nowitzki is a great finisher at the stripe. Baseline, Durant scores.
And he really got the
3 of them. Kidd left alone, Sefolosha racing to him, and Durant rebounds the miss. Now run the Thunder. Westbrook slashed into the rim, but he blew the jam.
That's the Tyson Chandler effect. Russell thought he was going to get fouled by Chandler. Chandler let him go.
Good ball movement, and there's that ugly shot that you love to point out, but Nowitzki is
going to have to send some help here.
Butler gets it back from Kidd, turns around and scores as he had 9%, 5 of 13 in the early going. Dallas 7 of 11, that's 64%. Chandler averages 8 rebounds a game. He already has 6, and Nenad Krstic has his first basket in 3 tries.
Come up on the offensive end.
Krstic picks up Chandler. Played last season in Charlotte, and Westbrook gets a hand on the attempt at alley-oop, and Durant collects it. Thunder running again in transition, the 5th turnover. Westbrook finds KD, baseline back ahead. Sefolosha staying with Butler in the corner. He rears back. Long 2-point goal for Caron Butler, involved in our offense. To take pressure off Nowitzki, he has got to be one of our reliable scoring options. Krstic set up here by Westbrook. Give Russell 5 assists. The Thunder rebound. That's his second. Stevenson dumps it off to Nowitzki in the low post, and he'll go to the line. That's his second foul after shoulder surgery on both shoulders. He has had 65 teammates. Line 6 points here early. Westbrook finds KD again for the slamma jamma. Number 6. Jason Terry also off the Dallas bench, and Marion slapping Westbrook. For Carlisle last year, Durant, Westbrook, Collison, and Ibaka for Oklahoma. He was after the last biscuit at the boarding house breakfast table. Ibaka set up, loaded up. Marion has got 2 fouls.
Pass, if it's a bounce pass along the baseline, he's taking what the deep.
Ibaka misses both. Collison trying to Barea sky up and grab the board. 12-6. Dallas with the advantage in rebounding. Marion goes to work, finds Haywood backside and one for Brendan Haywood. Last year, as the Mavericks made a deal that, amongst other things, sent Josh Howard on his way. Westbrook resets. Now it goes right at Barea. Finds Collison again under the basket. Finds himself some room on the knee. 7 assists in the quarter for Westbrook, who now challenges Barea's 3-point shot. Dallas 2 out of 6 beyond the arc. The Thunder looking for more here. And they're going to get it.
A terrific job of maintaining his composure.
The Dallas bench again. The Mavericks
Talking about Eric Maynor now.
Maynor working over Barea. Harden does a nice job of jumping to Terry. Barea with the floater, and that's a charge on Barea as Collison.
They work so well together. Serge patrolling the airways, and here comes Nick with the ground attack. Takes the charge. Good setup.
Oklahoma's, the Thunder's holiday assist is in full swing. Brian Davis, Grant Long, and Kelly Crawl with you. Glad to have you along on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Ibaka driving to beat the shot clock. Quarter picking up where they left off. Dallas missed 4 of its last 5 shots. Maynard stays right with Barea, who crashes to the lane. Are guys afraid to hit the little guy? Unkind iron is part of the Thunder's problem. Cardinal out of Purdue University. Terry off the front of the rim, who played against Minnesota. His
Comfort level with this team's offense. He's known as a distributor
screen, but he comes up long. Terry in transition. Green got a block. Maynard running it. Ibaka on the near side, waving his arms. Then Maynard tries to float that pass to Collison, and Terry takes it clean away from him. Terry jump stopping, reversing outside. Nowitzki for 3 from Cardinal. Doink. Rebound. Tipped by Barea. Haywood to the glass, and a blocking foul on Nick Collison. Scott Foster took just a moment to consider that. I don't see it, actually. What I saw was the elbow clear out by Haywood, but Miami, after they lost Udonis Haslem, probably surgery. Not big minutes, 15, 16 minutes a game, but sometimes your sheer size will make an impact. Harden found by Maynard for 3.
I'm going to tell you right now why that shot's so important for James. And if you have a team that's going to play zone, you have to have somebody that's going to get those outside shots going.
Barea with the floater knocks it down.
Zone defense breakdown.
Green gets to the center and then gives it up to Ibaka. The foul is on Cardinal.
Continually set up their zone defense. This is an important
during that stretch, averaging 12 points a game now. Only 1 block in his Barea. Terry curling. Puts a little bit of air under that. Butler collects and scores from 3. Well, Carlisle wanted him to score more, and he's doing that. Averaging 13 points a game and a defensive 3-second violation at the line. Also worth noting, Grant, that he sealed the win at Boston. So tie ball game, and Oklahoma City now with possession. 4 minutes into the second quarter. Collison feels like he's got a mismatch playing one-on-one against Haywood, and he scores. The season high. Westbrook getting ready to check back in for Oklahoma City. Little action underneath. Collison blocks Cardinal. Maynard pushing it, takes it all the way to the rim to score.
The lane, easy basket for Maynard. But here's Collison comes up with the block. That's what he does. sends his team off into the fast break. Eric Maynard with a nice finish.
It's not points off of turnovers, but just comes up short. The Thunder 5 on 3. Harden has to regather. Green to the rim. Started to make a power move and then softly home. And a Turkish player got physically involved. He's got a little temper on him, Chandler does.
Well, it sure looked that way. I'll tell you what, he's fooling with the wrong customer, Jeff Green.
3 ball. That could be the best revenge right there. Durant. Good help.
Definitely good help by Nick Collison. Good rotation defensively.
Kid trying to find something underneath. Chandler gets wider victories. Oklahoma City did a very good job of Zoll. And we also talk about production off turnovers. The Thunder with 12 so far in that playoff clinching victory at Dallas last April 3rd. The Thunder scored 31 off turns. Another alley-oop. Now the Thunder. Nowitzki checked here tightly by Westbrook. Durant in a held position. Nowitzki gives it up to the little guy, Barea, whose shot puts it to the rim. A factor at both ends of the floor, 3-point basket. It was vertical, says Scott Foster, so no foul as Green misses the shot. Durant rides Butler away from the rim, then he attacks baseline. Mentioning at this moment that the Thunder today assigned their first. The rest of the team is 7 for 22. Dallas's last field goal at the 8:23 mark. Almost 4 minutes ago. Green sets up KD. Yes, sir, for 3. So that hot shooting outside continues now for a 6th game. Nowitzki, only 1 out of 3. And Green rides him into a tough shot, but Nowitzki so strong and equal to the challenge. I think it's remarkable that Nowitzki last night scored 42 points and he's only taken 4 shots here. KD. That was one of those great technique, but just as effective. He has 15 points.
Strength of Kevin Durant.
Nowitzki jump stops. Thought he traveled. Chandler is fouled as he goes to the rim. So for Nowitzki to only
positions, talking about Dirk, Jason, and even Jason Terry.
Just then of what Scott Brooks was drawing up for the guys. First of all, he said we've been playing good, but let's play great. And if they're in the zone, we got to find a way to get it to the middle. Exactly what Grant was saying earlier.
See his numbers. The second time tonight, he has 9 assists to go along with 2 steals. Stevenson for 3. That's his 2nd of the night. And I said coming into the ball game, did not have a chance to take the lead here.
And no surprise that it goes into Dirk. Watch the baseline turnaround. There it is.
Leans back and scores it. The Mavericks are on the high side. Missed its last 4 shots. 7 lead changes now in the ball game. 4 ties. And the rip move pays off. It's a game or better for 2 straight seasons. Did Butler. Rebounds here in the first of those 2 games were eliminated in 6 by San Antonio in the first round. Chandler will go back to work in the low post. Ibaka with the block. They were asking for a goaltending call. Green trying to leave it. Well, he thought he was going to leave it for some. Westbrook has it cleaned up by KD. Shot clock to 10. Durant looking for Ibaka, flying down the lane. Give the assist to Durant. Final minute of the first half. Nowitzki bulldozing. I thought he walked there. So maybe
here we go, baseline again.
It all evens out. Nowitzki to the free throw line. With Chicago played here for the Hornets when they were driven out. Here's what happened. Chandler did that in the gold medal game. He could say buzz off in 4 different languages.
About Serge.
The end of last season to the beginning of this season, he made 82 straight free throws. That 3rd best string in the history of the NBA. Green all the way to the lane. Using that length, that's essentially a layup. Even Jeff's improvement as a defender. Shot clock getting low. Butler forced back outside by Cephalosha, but on the step back to run. A 1-point game as the Thunder shoots 51% in the first half. Dallas not quite so prolific, but they made it up at the free throw line where they were 17 out of 20 and also controlled the board. So a 1-point game at halftime on Fox Sports Oklahoma. And a stone's throw you is, for whatever reason, going hungry. So don't ever take that for granted. This is tremendous. And to our fans who participated, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Kevin Durant, for the 3-ball. Jeff Green, his second. And the Thunder with 20 assists on 22 made baskets. An incredibly high percentage. Nowitzki
I don't think I've seen a player that's been more effective at it than Dirk Nowitzki.
Nowitzki now 7 out of rebounds as well. He's pretty much on target for both of those. Picking and popping. Krstić is scoring as Durant picks up his 3rd assist.
Buckets by the Thunder. Kevin Durant has 1 basket from a 3. Now the assist to Nanag.
Cephalosha picks Caron Butler's pocket, and here we run again. Cephalosha all the way to the rim, and look at him uncoil and pack. What is the French? Might be able to bag him at the rattlesnake hunt in O'Keene next spring. My. I mean, he did it all.
Coaches tell you, hey, the first couple of minutes of the 3rd quarter, let's have a breakout moment. Certainly the Thunder, this 3rd quarter, is doing just that.
In the first minute and change here in the 3rd quarter, Dirk Nowitzki limited in the first half. Nowitzki going to lean back and score along the baseline. He has 15 points. I'd say this is a guy for whom 18, 19, 20 is not unusual. Alley-oop, Durant is hauled down by Deshaun Stevenson.
His assignment tonight's Kevin Durant.
17 in the first half, and then the 3-point shot. Kidd up and firing, and Tyson Chandler is fouled. It's an average of 8 hands. Chandler gonna post up Krstić, makes his move, spins and scores. Chandler. Green toes up the 3-point line. Yes, sir.
Kevin gave the nod to gets there. The one time you check, that throws you off your rhythm.
Nowitzki puts it on the deck and then winds up going over the back of Jeff Green, and that's going to be Green's foul. Foul on Green, so now you have 3 from Oklahoma City with 3 personals.
Well, you know, if there was going to be a foul, that was it right before that action, because Jeff.
Nowitzki 8 out of fond as he is of the 3-point shot. You don't want to let a teammate. Then Butler for 3.
Good box out by Green.
Is this a tired team that is settling for the 3-point shot? Westbrook pulls up and finally gets the lid off the basket. Cephalosha is going to beat Marion on the tip drill. That is a tired team.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of these guys right now. Keep driving the ball to the basket.
And Cephalosha scores. The way they're shooting the basketball,
push it.
Jason Kidd is having an absolute nightmare.
Push it.
And the Thunder does, and is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Map them to 1 shot and run.
You run the floor.
Exactly. So that's what you'll see surge
beyond the arc. 1 of 9 overall. Nice pass inside. Cephalosha is bottled up by Chandler, and then Westbrook cleans it up and scores off the baseline. Top 8 from 3. Jason Kidd, the main culprit there. Marion gets loose underneath to score. Pace. Durant shuts down Butler. Double team is there. Ibaka trapping. Jason Terry looking for his first field goal of the night. He's got it. Terry 1 for 7. Floor. Marion sets here, checked by Durant. Chandler, the entry pass. Powers his way to the rim. Tyson Chandler.
And so much so that this is actually the first substitution for Scott Brooks here in the 3rd quarter. Serge Ibaka came in about a minute ago, but this is the first real substitution by Scott Brooks. That tells you.
Then hit a 3-point shot. Working off a pick from Chandler on the roll. Chandler gives it up to Marion, and a foul. Marion, Durant, and Ibaka previously 12 and 13. Tonight 14 and 14. KD blows by Nowitzki, but forgot the basketball. Dirk with the steal. Terry shut down. The cutter is Marion scores. And it's a 2-point margin once again. Durant loses a man. You got numbers on the backside. Ibaka will spin and score, set up by Collison. Well, I'll tell you what.
Be careful with that.
Marion checks Durant, leans back with the nail, and let's go back to the dangerous scorer.
Sought after spots for those high-scoring small forwards and power forwards in the NBA.
Barea has his shot blocked by Maynard as the quarter expires.
The tempo, these first 5 minutes are crucial, and Kevin Durant standing back there, just clapping his hands. Come on, let's go, guys.
Green, Collison, Maynard, Ibaka heat up. That's a tip, so no backcourt violation, but the shot clock now deep into the single digits. Maynard going to jump stop and score.
Well, with his height, he'll...
About 6 of 23 in the third quarter. The Thunder 10 of 19. Terry splitting the double team, and that's a charge.
Big Nick Collison setting up to take the charge. There he is. Contact. We're going the other way.
That'll go as the...
Now they want to get Dirk with the ball right there at the foul line area again, where it's very difficult to send a double team player.
Spinning and scoring as he gets beneath the free throw line. Nowitzki turned his back on Harden, who goes to the rim. Ibaka flips that one out. Be set. Green will spot up from the three-point line and rim this one off. Hayward with the rebound. On the backside, Ibaka stepped up, and Marion scores a bunny. 5 to start the fourth quarter. The Mavericks 3 out of 4. Maynard spotting up. Ibaka is there to softly pack it home. And he shuts down Jason Terry on the perimeter, using length to keep their three-point shooter at bay. And Harden is worrying Nowitzki out and is going to be called for a foul. That's a bailout.
Got him to go up on that one, but here's the one where he stayed down and then challenged late. When he releases the shot, but he releases the ball.
His season average, he's 11 game along with Russell Westbrook. Ibaka spins baseline, then comes back, splits the double team, and one. He also has a couple of
hard to double team from that area. You see Serge with the arm right up.
Nowitzki trying to give it up, forced a turnover. Green trying to tip it ahead to Westbrook, but then Marion saves possession. Terry fakes the shot outside Barea for 3. This one rims out. Green tracks down the rebound, flings it ahead to Kevin Durant. That is just a thing of beauty as Durant finishes after he's fouled off in the teeth of a... in the second half. Jason Kidd shooting 1 for 9. Jason Terry here on the ball shooting 2 for 9. Kelly Kroll, that is effective defense, but Nowitzki with a huge three-pointer from the corner kept 15th rebound of the ball game.
You got to watch a lot of diversions that somehow get Nowitzki a shot. There's one of them right there.
He's got a chance at a 4-point play. Count the goal for 3 for Nowitzki.
KG Jason Kidd was able to whip it over to Dirk
Nowitzki. Westbrook leans up. Chandler affected that shot. Ibaka wins the rebound away from Terry. Kidd slapping, and with Terry's help, they do get it out of his hands. Terry spotting up deep, 2-point goal, rattles in, and this is what I'm talking about. He may be Terry's feet right at the bottom, and I saw it wrong as it was developing. I thought his feet were on the... Durant, Collison, Ibaka, Westbrook, and Green. Westbrook puts it on the floor, driving and scoring against Nowitzki. Dallas with a 1-point lead. Playing
effort.
7 to shoot. Kidd gets a screen from Chandler and comes up and scores. Jason Kidd, one down what would have been his 7th offensive rebound. Thunder with a chance here as Sefolosha on the back door, fouled by Nowitzki.
And moving without the basketball.
Get out. Splits the difference remaining in regulation. Kidd set up by Terry right down Main Street for another 3-ball. Dag nabbit.
Trying to post up Marion on the smaller Westbrook.
spins baseline. A little bit long. Chandler and then Marion on the tip drill. Timeout, Durant.
Be patient. Just be patient and run your offense.
Westbrook, the runner, won't fall. Collison with the offensive rebound, stepped out of bounds. 11th of the ball game.
That's a good shot.
Terry's rebound, and Dallas running now. Chandler fouled and one. Led by Marion is wearing Durant out. For three. KD
have a feeling that they need to get a three-point shot. You don't. There's plenty of time left in the ball game to continue to get the two-point shots. You just have to get stops on this end.
Nowitzki driving. And back to the free throw line. Trop City. The Thunder's last one free throw and a turnover. Westbrook will attack Chandler. Krstić rebounding on the far side, and Chandler with the block.
Superman play by Tyson Chandler that time.
Marion at the other end. Chandler trying to keep it alive, and he does. Marion gathers, and now time is very much on Dallas's side. A 12-point lead with 2 minutes remaining. They have come up in the fourth quarter, and they have basically, with their defense and some timely offense, made the Thunder disappear. Nowitzki following a 30-point performance here.
7 feet tall is Dirk Nowitzki, and you see him execute offensive moves like that.
Krstić scores on the feed from Westbrook. To the line. Now,
get a quick one here.
Thunder's got to be in hurry mode, and they do. Westbrook scores.
Extend your pressure.
Marion alone on the backside.
That's the only issue that you have when you extend. That's why it's important to have ball pressure so that ball handlers don't see those open cuts.
Westbrook trying to initiate contact and does earn fought victories without Durant and Green at Boston. Since the 7:39 mark of this quarter, Dallas 9 of 14 from the floor. The Thunder 3 of 11.
Put it on his head, please.
KD with a little something for the crowd. He 21, which brings them up to 44% on the night. The Thunder shooting 8 of 22. Nowitzki underneath the basket. And I think we can pretty much set this one in stone.
Take the shot.
Dallas will take a half-game lead in the Western Conference standings. And the Mavericks, out of a couple of guys who had not been able to hit water from a boat, and Kidd and Terry got a couple of quick baskets, and all of a sudden the momentum turned. And it results in an 8-point victory for Dallas.
Well,